Hello, family. Welcome again to One Global Movement, where we speak from the heart for our children, young people, women, with a focus on young women. So, thank you guys so much. How are you? How was your weekend? I know that my weekend was good, a little bit busy, which is good because it's good to have something, a goal in mind that you focus on, and also taking that time to relax because weekend it's a good time to really catch up, relax, so that you can start the week on a very healthy note. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, sister, as always,
Thank
for
you.
being the support that our children need in the world. And I can see the managing director is here, and a lot of others, and our brothers and sisters from India and the other parts of the world. So I highly appreciate each and every one of you here today. And we always want to thank God for our CEO, because without him, we will not be here doing this together. So I don't
Mhm.
take that lightly. And we are not just here to listen to people, to watch shows, or for entertainment. That's not what One Global Movement is all about. We are here to take action. Take action, no matter how small. The action that you take in your village, in your community, that is what is promoting One Global Movement. The action that you take towards children is very important, especially our Gen Zs and the younger
Mhm.
ones. So it is so important that we all bring our hands together. You do it your way, wherever you are in the world, and then I do it my way, wherever I am. And then when we come together, then the ripple effect will be so great that you yourself, all of us will be happy. So let us keep taking action. We cannot say, I don't have resources. We cannot say, I'm not well. When you're not well, we still do it. So long as you can walk, so long as your mouth can speak, so long as your hand can stretch out, so long as you could put your hands together to pray for this population. That is what we need. It begins from there, not anywhere else. It begins from within us. So thank you guys so much. And as always, we're going to have a very big topic today. And we better get started so that we can get done in time, and we get back to other things. So as usual, I decided that we're going to just pray for all the two topics for the week, and just uh, just as one, and therefore in your own way, however you want it. You want to sing a song, or you want to do whatever, let us put our hands together. So, Heavenly Creator, we come before you as one global movement, lifting our hearts for the young and the hungry, the restless and the hungry for hope, wisdom, and sustenance. Lord, we pray for Gen Z, Generation Z, our dreamers, our leaders, our CEOs, our seekers, our engineers, our builders, our ministers. Protect their minds in this noisy world where pressure,
Mhm.
comparison, and fear cloud their days and their minds. Grant them clarity, O Lord, courage and resilience. Surround them with voices of encouragement, hearts of compassion, and spaces of healing. May their mental health be nurtured, their spirits lifted, their their potential unleashed. Father, we lift up the tables where everyone eats. Let no plate be empty, no child go hungry, and no dream be starved. Guide us to build communities of sharing, caring, abundance, and equity, where food nourishes not only bodies, but hope, creativity, and unity. Let generosity flow, hands work together, and hearts beat with love for one another. We pray, O Lord, that these two callings, care for the mind and care for the body, become one mission in one global movement. May every young person know their worth Every hungry heart find sustenance, and every soul be reminded that in your grace, O Lord, abundance and peace are endless. Lord, let us act boldly with humility. Let us serve faithfully with love. And with that same love, we do it unconditionally. May
Amen.
our efforts today plant seeds of mental wellness, compassion, and nourishment for Gen Zs and subsequent generations to come, which we are here as volunteers and servants of One Global Movement, building that foundation that will serve subsequent generations, not just the Gen Zs, but we must start right now. In your holy name, Lord, we commit this mission, trusting that no struggle is unseen and no table without provision. Because in Isaiah 43, you said, I am with you, even in the storms. Even when you're trying to cross the river, the waters will not overtake you because I am with you. I know you. I love you. I called you by name. I am with you. Regardless of what you're going through, that too shall pass because I am with you. Thank you, Father, for this declaration. And we believe it, we accept it, we embrace it, and we're going to work with it every day. This we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, sister. Lovely.
Yes, thank you.
So, as always, today we are also going to read our vision and mission statement so we can just remind and reinforce why we are doing what we are doing so that everybody can be on the same page, reminding themselves why they come here each day and just keep supporting. So, the vision and mission statement of One Global Movement, which we have shortened to OGM. One Global Movement will support any organization, any group, or individual that aligns with its own global vision and mission, which is as follows. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with the tools and the sustainable solutions that will help them eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, to build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and opportunities to thrive. Through global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and build a future where every child can build on their hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. So, together, through divine intervention, through love and clean and safe and valuable technology, we can create such a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any other condition that is not of their own making. It is possible. Our gratitude then and tribute goes always to our CEO for bringing this world family together for the purpose of providing solution to all sectors of the global economy, beginning with our children, of course. We thank him and his well chosen building teams. We love you all and wish you eventual success. And
Thank you.
that is the vision and mission of One Global Movement. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Yes, thank you so
And
much.
today we talk about this all our topics are serious, but this one is serious because it can be silent, as the topic says, and
Yes.
we don't want that. So the first thing we need to do is to break that silence. We call it a silent battle, but silence is dangerous.
Mhm.
Silence isolates.
Yes.
Silence hides pain, and too often the loudness of our world drowns out the whispers of young people struggling quietly. So, if we want to protect Gen Z's mental health, the first thing we must do is to make this battle silent no more.
Yep.
So, a question: how many of you have seen a young person silently struggle and you only realize too late how serious the situation was? I know I have,
I have
right?
to. Yeah.
Yes, it's very heartbreaking. Breaking the silence is not just an act of kindness, it is the first line of defense. I'm going to say that again. It is the first line of defense. Be actively engaged and present in the lives of young people. Be actively engaged and present in the lives of young people. And while we might not be trained professionals, here's what we can do. We can see them, we can notice them, we can notice changes in behavior, in mood or energy. This is what I mean when I say be actively engaged in their lives. Hear them. Listen without judgment. Sometimes just being heard is enough to prevent isolation. We can't fix everything, but being there, being present. Time, it says, is one of the most impactful gift we can give anybody, not just Gen Z, but we're talking about them today. So we can create safe spaces. We can encourage openness, whether it's at home, in schools, community centers, online, on a bus, wherever you see someone that looks as if a word would help, you know?
Yep.
I once spoke with a 17-year-old who said no adult had ever asked how they were feeling. You hear that? No adult had ever asked them how they were feeling.
Wow.
The first time someone simply listened without trying to fix things, they opened up about struggles they had kept silent for months. And that conversation became the turning point for getting support. Now, that's one that we saved, right? Because they went and got help. So, what does it mean to break the silence in practical terms? Let's explore a two-part solution. The first part is us, adults, the caregivers, those people who are involved in these young people's lives, the institutions, the schools, wherever they go, churches, game places, anywhere they gathered, right? That's the first part. We need to be actively listening, not necessarily to come up with answers, but we ask open-ended questions for discussions.
Yep.
Avoid rushing in to solve. Focus first on understanding. What are they saying, right? Because sometimes we make assumption as to what somebody is saying. Oh, no, no. Avoid rushing to solve. Focus on understanding. And then model emotional literacy. Show that acknowledging feelings is strength. It's not a weakness. It's not a weakness. Emotions are not weakness. Our Creator gave them to us.
Yep.
They tell us something about what's going on with us. And then you provide resources. Connect young people. Again, I'm going to say we're not professionals, but I can just go online. I know I'm a professional researcher, but we all can do that. In your local area, you can say help for Gen Z or mental health. A ton of stuff will come up. It just takes some courage to call them and say, I have this young person. I don't know what's going on. What do you think I should do? They will direct you. Connect young people to counseling, to peer support programs, or safe online communities. Local mental health support for young people. That's all it takes. A search like that in Google will give you reams of information wherever you are. And then institutional support. Schools, community organizations, and faith groups should build mental health literacy into their culture. And some of them are doing that now, normalizing conversations about mental health. Practical tips, daily check-ins. How was your day today, really? And wait and listen. Safe environment cues, posters. Watch for those. Open door policies, mental health resources clearly visible. We have those. We have those here. Okay. Mentorship programs. Pair older youth or trained adults with younger ones to guide, listen, and encourage. Example, a high school created a peer mentor system where older students checked in weekly with younger students, especially now with the start of school, and many people are lost. Some of them are going back and their friends have probably gone on before them, left or whatever, or not come back. So they feel left out. Or some are coming for the first time, and that can be quite frightening. Or they've moved and now they have to look for friends. It's simple stress, you think, but some people don't handle it well. So we have to watch for that. Early detection of stress or anxiety improved dramatically when you do that. And students reported feeling more connected and understood. And then in the second part, Gen Z and their peers, right? Key principles: peer support matters. Friends are often the first line of contact. Teach them to pay attention to one another, to notice changes, distress signals, right? Empathy in action encourages peers to validate feelings, to not dismiss them, not just say, oh, don't poo poo people's feelings, please. If somebody says they're feeling this way, stop, as Sister Sharon would have said, stop and listen, right?
Yeah. Right.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Online and offline safe spaces where young people can share without judgment. That is a key point. Do not judge. Practical tips. Encourage peers to say, I'm here if you want to talk. Training in recognizing early warning signs of anxiety, depression, or other mental health challenges. Promote positive online behavior. Counter cyberbullying with support and awareness. Example, a Gen Z peer group noticed a friend withdrawing from social media and skipping activities. Those are two signs, right? That
Yeah.
something is going on. By checking in gently and consistently, they help their friend reach out for professional help before the situation escalated. And here's a little acronym that you can use to remember to make the approach stick. Remember SAFE, safe. C, observe behavior, mood, and changes. So S is for see, A is for acknowledge, listen actively, validate their feelings. And F is for foster, create safe spaces and supportive relationships. Encourage, which is the E, guide them to resources, professional help, and peer support. Remember, we're saying here, we're not professionals. I'm not, and neither is Dr. Mundih trained in that particular part of, but we
Yes.
can help them, direct them to the resources, right? All it takes is a phone call. And in closing, mental health is not just an individual fight. It shouldn't be. It should not be. It is a collective responsibility. The silent battle becomes survivable and even winnable when we refuse to let young people fight it alone. So, adults, break the silence, listen actively, create safe environments. And peers, which is their age group, their support each other, show empathy, and never underestimate the power of presence, just being there. So let us stand shoulder to shoulder with Gen Z in this noisy world. Let us see them, hear them, and protect their mental health, not quietly, but loudly, intentionally, and with love. And I have two little statistics. Globally, Gen Z faces significant mental health struggle. That is a global, right? It's not any one part of the world, with higher rates of anxiety, depression, and feelings of hopelessness compared to previous generations. It's higher, not less.
Yep.
Key factors contributing to this include the overwhelming digital world. They're so connected and it's not always good, and social media use. The uncertain future, economic instability, and a high desire for support, leading to greater self reported diagnosis and treatment seeking behaviors. And that's a good thing. At least they're getting the help that they need. But it's still a very sad situation because you would think young people should be the happiest people, right? They are between,
Right.
you know, babyhood or whatever. They can make decisions and they look forward to a brighter future. But no,
Nope.
they're worried. While these challenges are widespread, mental health experiences vary significantly by region, with some countries showing better overall well being for Gen Z. And I haven't even taken into consideration some of the cultural stigmas still surrounding it.
Yep.
So go ahead, sister. Please add your two
Wow.
cents. And thank you.
Thank you so much. I like it when you say, let us see them, let us hear them, let us feel them, and let us protect their mental health.
Absolutely.
This statement means a lot Why? Because we know what is going on around the world when they say somebody is oh this person is cuckoo, like they say in the word here,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
stigmatizing a child for that
Hmm.
can really have devastating repercussions, and that
Yes.
child can withdraw, and that's why we say the silent battle, because a lot of them have withdrawn
Yeah.
and they
Absolutely.
decide to be quiet,
Mm-hmm.
because what's the point when you go into to really say something that is bothering you, and the people who don't understand, they start stigmatizing your illness.
Yeah.
Mental illness, like they say, is not yet really being discussed openly. Some people are afraid to say they have mental challenges. We all
Yeah.
do, whether we like it or not. We all have mental challenges to some degree. It depends on what it is, what is the cause of it. And
Yes.
so the silent battle, they are silent because of the stigma. They are silent because they are not being treated well. They are silent for a lot of reasons. The attention that they deserve is not there.
Yes.
Imagine a child being in school and they're struggling to study, to do their homework, to build their project, and they're struggling mentally. These things, it starts with the mind, and
Yes.
how this child goes on, and then maybe they don't even succeed in what they're doing. The first thing is to, you're lazy, you wasted the tuition, you did well. So when we do that, what does the child do? They withdraw.
Yes.
And withdrawal, like you say, the silent battle, it's dangerous. It's
Yes.
more dangerous than somebody who speaks. When
Mm-hmm.
people keep quiet, the next thing, that's why you see a lot of the Gen Zs, I know that it applies to all population, but mostly Gen Zs, I'm sorry to say it, they commit suicide.
They do.
Okay?
They do.
Because it has to do with the mental challenges. Otherwise, it's difficult for somebody to just take away somebody's life. And they do a lot of other things that we, the parents, the adults, and the caregiver will say, had I known,
Mm-hmm.
I would have said something. Had I known always comes last. That is why action is necessary. Like you say, ask
Yes.
somebody, how are you? Are you okay? How was your day? Have a meeting with your child, whether they are staying at home or they are staying at home before going to school or they are in other states. Please, please, please have a
Mm-hmm.
meeting once a week. Make it special. Coin it special.
Yes.
It's a family
Yes.
culture. It's a tradition. It's parents and daughter, or parents and son special time together, and let them
Mm-hmm.
open the conversation. You see,
Yes.
so,
Yes.
and for me, I'm saying what I do. I open it up with a prayer, because
Yes.
we must dedicate these children into the hands of the Creator before anything else. We can do
True.
whatever we want, we can give them all what we want, but the moment we don't take these children back to nature to
Mm-hmm.
ask for guidance, for leadership, and for protection, then we'll be wasting our own time. And
Yes.
so have something, text, or remember something that they did when they were on vacation or on holiday, text
Mm-hmm.
them, send them a certificate. Really take your time and write a certification and send it,
Yes.
mail it to your child and say,
Yes.
thank you so much. You are one of the best, or you are among the best sons or daughters in the world, because you did this, and this. That alone, you're building that child's portfolio. It's going to help that child, because it has to come from us, right, sister? We have to affirm
Yes.
it. And
Absolutely.
that's why if we don't do it, these children, they're going to listen to outside,
Mm-hmm.
then that is going to even be worse on their mental health. So it starts with us. And
It
so I am
does.
really so happy the way that you talk about these things. I'm just repeating myself here because that's just exactly what you just said. And thank you so much for always we remind our audience and ourselves and our global community of that disclaimer. What we're doing here, if you don't try anything, you will never know if it's going to work or not.
True.
We are
Very
talking
true.
based on our experiences, the way that we're raised, some of the things that
Exactly.
work for us. But the number one thing is encourage a young person. If you realize that they might not be feeling well, let them consult their doctor for diagnosis.
Yes.
Diagnosis is paramount. But we our from our own moral standpoint, we can say, how are you? Did you have enough food to eat? What can you see the child? Maybe they are wearing torn clothes. You just buy and look for the parents. Don't just give it directly to the child, because the child has to have some protection. And the
Mm-hmm.
child should have been trained not to even accept things from strangers anyway. So
Correct.
this is what you see, and you see it constantly. You can't just be a silent passerby. We have to do something. If you don't want to do it directly, you can go through organizations, like you said. You can go through the police station, but you want, there are organizations you can go through in order to
Yes.
help. But we
Sure.
need to. It's everywhere.
It is.
Okay, like now we're in the season of harvesting still, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
giving
Mm-hmm.
watermelons around to neighbors. We have to
Yeah.
do something. The little kids are coming around now because
Yeah.
they know that this is a place for
Ah.
watermelon,
Mm-hmm.
one global movement. They know what I'm doing already now, and some of
Yeah.
them are already spreading the words in their schools. Okay, so this is how good these kids are. But here now, we need to say something. The silent battle protecting Gen Z's mental health in a noisy world. Noisy. Why is the word noisy? Why? So in the 21st century, as we all know, the battle for mental health is no longer fought in quiet hospital rooms or behind closed doors alone. No, it's not. It is a silent battle waged daily in the hearts and minds of young people, our children, especially Gen Zs, who are growing up in a world both more connected and more chaotic than any generation before them. Isn't that true?
Yes, they're getting
Yes.
so much attention, sister, but it's the wrong attention. It's not uplifting. That's the problem. So it's
Yes.
noisy, very noisy, but it's
Yes.
the wrong kind of noise. It doesn't soothe their souls. It doesn't uplift them. It doesn't affirm them. It doesn't validate them. It seems as if the noisier it is, the more lost they become.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, the thing is, like we always say, it starts from home. We
It
don't
does.
want somebody to affirm our child out there without us
No.
doing it first, because
Yes.
that will be hollow. The child will still grow up to think, but why are my parents or the caregivers, why are they not doing this to me, but somebody else from outside is doing it?
Yeah.
Like we say it in one of the languages in Cameroon, that bongmanji bomandap. That means you are good to the outsiders, but you're poor and you're bad in your own home. It
Right.
starts from home.
It does.
We know when they say, when the scripture says, I will, God says, I will be there. It doesn't mean that you're not going to face those challenges, but you're going to face them. But the resources are already there. But we, the parents, have to make sure we activate these resources through the love, through the nurturing, through the care, creating, like you said, safe spaces and environment for these
Yes.
children to flourish. This is very important. So while the digital age has given them platforms to express, to learn, and connect, it has also exposed them to overwhelming pressure, comparison, and constant noise.
Mm-hmm.
Constant noise. So one global movement stands as a voice of clarity in that noise. And when we are doing it, we are also doing it to ourselves, because if I don't make it clear for myself in the middle of all of this noise, because we all face it, but it's going to affect the child more than we, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
we want to be that voice of clarity, committed to protecting the mental health of our young people and equipping them with resilience, peace, love, purpose, and all of those good things. And it starts from home. Behavior. How are you raising your child? From day one, from the stomach? What language are you using? How do you look at your child? How do you think, like you said, feel and think about the child? How? Because what you attract is exactly what is going to happen. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of what the children are experiencing out there, because we, the parents, the caregivers, and the adults, did not take that time to invest in our children morally and otherwise, especially morally. It starts with that kind of foundation. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to face those challenges out there. But when we invest in them in morally and setting that very solid foundation, when they see those things, now they will know what to do. So because a lot of kids go through these, they don't they've lost their self-esteem, their self-worth, and therefore they look at other people like they're up there and I am down here, and now it causes depression. So it's a lot. And so and I want us to really unpack the weight of anxiety. So anxiety has become one of the most common struggles among Gen Zs. Isn't that true, sister?
It is. It is. Anxiety, hopelessness.
Hopeless.
It yes. It's it is epidemic actually, and I'm just saying it's so sad because these are the people that should be the most excited about the future, right? People always say you have everything ahead of you. But some
Mhm.
of these young, imagine that 17-year-old I was saying, nobody have ever asked them how they are. Nobody wants to know what they think, what they feel, what they plan, what they care about. What do you do with that?
Yep. Yep. Certainly. And the thing is, when you, like me, because of what we are doing, I am bound to strike conversations with people, but I need to know how to start the conversation, because how you start a conversation with somebody will determine how that person will be open to you.
Yes, of
So
course.
whenever I see young people, I just go there. Hello, how are you guys doing? Oh, aren't you guys so handsome, so beautiful today?
Yep.
I just stop there and listen to what they are doing. Then there will has to be something good in their conversation that will attract me to talk about it, you know?
Of
So
course.
then I
Of
strike a
course.
conversation, and one of them will say, wow, they are really open. They said, this is what is going on with me. This is what is going on with me. And they'll be open. And we want to make sure that privacy is so maintained because
Absolutely.
their
Yes.
privacy, you're
Yes.
also helping them to maintain their safety. Very, very
Yeah.
important. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
endless role of social media, like you said, social media feeds, you want to know, and then you keep knowing without digesting the other one. News circles filled with conflict, like you
Yeah.
said. People are
Yeah.
going online, even adults fighting one another,
Uh, uh,
words that are not good. And
no,
sometimes people laugh and they think that it's funny. It's not, because this is really traumatizing, not just us but our children.
it
And then you
is.
talk about news circles filled with those kind of conflicts. People say I'm better than this, I'm this. No. And the pressure to be someone by a certain age can really feel crushing. Like people, like, that's why I say we talk about education here. It's not just formal education. No,
It's
you are
not.
acquiring skills because
Yes.
because of the way the educational system has been structured in the world. They don't award certifications to those that acquire skill when they are supposed to, because that's experience. To
It
me,
is.
it's not me
Yes.
who is going through formal education that I have these certifications. It's
It
the one
is.
that takes the time to learn a skill that will develop their villages and communities. That is what
Exactly.
is most important. And so,
Exactly.
so this generation is bombarded with curated perfection that makes their realities seem small and inadequate. Curated means they wake up from bed. Oh,
Yes.
if we don't train ourselves and our children not to check your phone first, do the most important thing first. Now I cannot touch my phone when I wake up from bed. Then you're going to start
No,
overwhelming yourself. You have to set the tone of your day
you
by
do.
your affirmations, putting your
Yes.
hands together, really
Yes.
thanking God that He woke you up, because not everybody woke up. When you set
Exactly.
and you affirm to yourself, like sometimes I just say, today it's going to be a happy and successful day.
Someday.
Today I
Absolutely.
am going to do this, and by God's grace, going. And when you set that tone, your subconscious mind takes it. That's
Yes, it
exactly
does.
what's going to happen.
Yes, it does.
That doesn't
Yes.
mean that you're not going to face challenges. They're going to be,
Yeah.
but you already know how to deal with them. And
Yes.
it's so good that we train ourselves. But if you're going to tell a child, don't touch your phone, but you wake up, the child sees you touching your phone first thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
where the anxiety comes from. And so, one global movement says that anxiety grows in the shadows of comparison. It does. But peace is born when young people discover their own light. And that is, we want to make sure our children know how important they are, because God's thumbprint is on them before they were even formed in their mother's womb. And this is
Yes.
true. We're not
Yeah.
just talking, it is true.
It is.
Otherwise, how is it that this little lowly me, I'm still alive here if God's thumbprint was not on me? And so it's
Yes.
a lot of children too, they go through that. So for one global movement, the mission is not only to acknowledge the struggles of anxiety, but to create safe spaces, like Sister said in her presentation, where young
Yeah.
people can speak openly without
Sure.
being pushed down or criticized, without the stigma. We have to create it. And
Yep.
we, of course, even when a child does something that you think that is not so good,
Doesn't
don't
matter.
bash at the child. Just say, just let the child begin. Don't just take control over the conversation. Let the child talk. A lot of time
Sure.
you realize that they themselves, they'll find answers to their problem. They just wanted a listening ear and somebody who pays attention, which you
That's
and
right.
I are here,
That's right.
parents are
That's right.
here to do that. So it
That's
is to
right.
remind these Gen Zs and the younger people that their worth is not measured by likes. Like
No.
this person, can you imagine? I posted it, they didn't give me likes.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
don't give you like, be happy, because that those likes might not even be the good ones for you, or your
Exactly.
grades. No,
No.
intelligence is not measured by having A's, B's, or C's, or achievements, or look at me, I have these, I have that. No, but by their unique humanity and potential. And those
Amen.
potential, why potential? Because they were created with it. They need somebody to activate it, and you and I are here to activate those potentials. You know,
Amen.
and so
Yes.
important. So there is burnout, a lot of different things that are making them to keep quiet. Burnout in a generation always on, a
Yes.
generation always on. That's the Gen Z. They're always on, on
Yes.
what? On social media, on this, on that.
Yes.
You see?
Yes. Yes. That is
So
one of the dangers. Yes.
very
Absolutely.
dangerous.
Hmm.
Burnout, once reserved for older professionals, is now hitting teenagers. Imagine that. And young adults with alarming force. Gen
Yeah.
Z is constantly connected, constantly on, attending school, working at school. It's online. A lot of
Hmm.
courses are online, and
Yep.
they're attending school online, working part time, building side hustles, and still being expected to maintain a strong social presence online.
Hmm.
I for me, because me myself, I get overwhelmed sometimes, but I've
Hmm.
learned to step back and say, I am laying down and I am resting. And when you do that, it is so good. You feel good. We need to create family cultures to protect the mental health of our children, this
We
Gen
do.
Z.
We do.
Family program like you, sister. I always say, we have a prayer session. Megan and I have this. We have this. That is the spirit. That is
Hmm.
the spirit. So we come out with programs where we do it together. These young people know, oh, family time, and
Yep.
they stay away from those things, and then they put the phones away. When you're having this family time, let the phones be, unless you're doing it out of state where you can use the phone online or something. But
Right.
let them be time to say, you know what, okay, vacation time, or this is a program time for the family. They're not going to touch those things. Give
Mhm.
it, take a break, go on
Yes.
vacation away from those things, and then
Hmm.
you must have helped them a lot. And so
Hmm.
they, they are living at a relentless pace that drains emotional energy
True.
before adulthood fully begins. We don't want this. When we do this, we don't help them. They're going to carry this into future relationships. And before you know, problems will start right there. Instead of resolving to be solution oriented, they become problem oriented because they've been overwhelmed with all of these things that they are being surrounded with. So when youth burn out before they bloom, what happens? The world loses more than energy. It loses tomorrow's hope. Imagine,
Yes.
let me say this again. When youth burn out, when the Gen Zs burn out before they bloom, before they shine their light, before they prosper, before they build, the world loses more than energy, it loses tomorrow's hope. That's why you
Exactly.
see a lot of craziness going around the world because we
Mm-hmm.
did not help them to really bloom in their prime, to build, to build so that when they build on that solid foundation, it takes them into the future. So now we let them waste and
Mm-hmm.
overwhelm, anxiety and burnout. And then when it's time for them to do those things, they can do it. And then mental health persists. So this is very, very important. And this is good for me too, not just for the Gen Zs. It's
It's
good.
good for all of us.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
so, so
Mm-hmm.
what is the mission of One Global Movement? The mission insists on restoring balance, sister. Your word, restoring balance.
Yes.
Don't overdo this. It's just like water. If you overdrink water, then it becomes a problem. If
It's
you
in her.
overdo one thing, a good thing, it becomes a problem. We have to
Mm-hmm.
strike a balance by us striking that balance for ourselves first before even teaching our children. And
Mm-hmm.
so, mission insists on restoring balance, real balance, not fake balance, real, authentic
Oh,
balance
absolutely.
that
Yes.
comes according to the child, not
Mm-hmm.
us posting on the child,
Mm-hmm.
rest. Like sister always asks me, did you have good rest? Just so you know, she is my police officer. She checks. Did you rest well? And then on certain time when I'm resting, I said, I didn't see you online for a few days now. Are you okay? That is the kind of thing that it sounds funny, but it's good. It's funny in a good way because we need to check on one another.
We do.
Okay? Because
Yeah.
that's why we coexist. We are not islands upon ourselves. And
We know.
so, rest, play, have fun, laugh. We are talking and laughing, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
have fun, laugh, and think about certain things that happen in the family, and you will laugh. Sometimes I laugh or I almost pee in my pants, okay? So
Yeah.
mindfulness,
Yes. Yes.
meditation, and all
Yes.
of those things is very, very important. And so, and we talk about self compassion. Do not seek for self compassion or self sympathy from outside. Do it to yourself. Because when you do it to yourself, you will be apt to give it to another person, especially in times of need. So, self compassion are not luxuries at all. They're not. For
No.
this generation, they are a lifeline or
Yes.
lifelines. They are.
Yes.
We
They
must
are.
teach the generation Z or Gen Z that stepping back is not a weakness, but
It
wisdom.
is. It is. It is.
Stepping back is
It
not
is.
a weakness, but wisdom. For
Very.
only in spaces of rest do creativity, innovation, building, and healing arise. If we don't, nothing. Imagine somebody being overcrowded. Sometimes I want to speak because sometimes I speak too fast. I've been working on that for years. I speak too fast, too fast, too fast, and then I stutter sometimes. My son will be like, Mommy, calm down. Mommy, because he does not like chaos. He likes peace. He can just do everything to get peace by all costs, and that
Yeah.
alone helps me. So we talk the digital pressure and the echo chamber. The digital world is a double-edged sword. Just so
It
we
is.
know,
It
it's a
is.
double-edged sword. It provides platforms for activism, learning, and global awareness, but
Yeah.
it also
But.
fuels cyberbullying.
Yep.
Cyberbullying, the cancel cultures.
Mm-hmm.
They cancel this culture. This one is better than this. Who told you? Who told you? The pressure to present a flawless version of oneself online can leave young people feeling fragmented, trapped between their real identity and their digital persona. That means we want these children to be who God has created them to be, not who the social media or we want them to be or the Hollywood wants them to be. No. When we do that, we live hollow. We are living, but we are empty in the inside. That's why when the children make those mistakes, we say, oh, that's okay. You didn't give up. It's a mistake. It's a learning curve. Those
Exactly.
mistakes are there for a reason. Let's
Yeah.
not shun them and make them feel bad, like, oh, they did something wrong. Do you know that
Yes.
I have learned to just be me regardless of who says what.
Exactly.
And
And you know
that's
that that's
giving
the
me
best. Sorry,
much
sister. That's the
you.
best thing you can do for your young people is to let them know, as we say, mistakes are lessons. That's all they are.
Mhm.
Feedback to learn and to go on. Sorry, sisters. I just,
No,
I
it's
just
okay.
want.
It's not sorry. It's a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
It's good
yeah,
to cut in and say it before you forget it, which is very
yeah,
good.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and here in One Global Movement, the digital stage was meant to connect us, not consume us.
Right. Exactly.
Connect us, not consume us. We want to help ourselves and our children not to be, we know that sometimes just leave the phone aside. If it's important, they will text you, they will call back, they will write, turn it down and just be at peace with yourself and nature. Very
Mhm.
important. So Generation Z's greatest strength is not in the screen, no, but in the soul, in their souls. So, One Global Movement envisions building a world where young people are equipped with digital wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
knowing when to engage, when to step away, and how to guard their minds against the algorithms designed to steal their peace. You know that not everybody has designed these algorithms, or they design it with greed, with power, with all kinds of things that will hurt the Generation Z's. And these young people are being used as ads on marketing and everything. And a lot of them don't get have their happiness, their love, and their peace in mind when designing this thing. And we should be teaching ourselves alongside with them, because some of the things they will understand better, so that we teach
Mm-hmm.
ourselves when to engage and when not, when to step back, when to say no. This is so important. So digital literacy must be matched with emotional literacy. It must.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
It
must.
must.
Teaching resilience in both virtual and real spaces, which is what One Global Movement wants. And so we can never ever say anything without a call to action, ladies and gentlemen. Very
Mm-hmm.
important. And so One Global Movement believes that, and they strongly believe that protecting Gen Z's mental health is protecting humanity's future.
Amen.
Protecting the Gen Z's mental health is protecting humanity's future. These
Yes.
people, you and I, we could not do what they're doing. They are the builders. You can never talk about anything that you're doing without these kids being involved in building things in that society or that village. This silent battle must be met with loud solutions, not just silent solution, loud in action, mostly not just by word of mouth. Taking
Mm-hmm.
action. There must be loud in solutions, policies that prioritize youth wellness, mental wellness in particular, schools
Yes.
that integrate mental health education, families that listen without judgment, and communities that replace shame with support. In villages and a global village where all youths are included, all youths matter, no child must be left behind. Every child is handsome and beautiful in their own way, the way God created them, and we accept it that way. This is very important. We accept the unique
Mm-hmm.
child, the authentic child, not what you think it should be. Not saying this child, go do this, so that you're making me feel bad if you don't do this. You're making me. No, don't force a child. You don't know why the child says, Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to do this now.
Mm-hmm.
In the same token, we don't know why some adults say, No, I will not, I'm not up to this. You listen to your inner worth. And when it tells you, that's how God speaks in silent whispers and say, This is good for you to do, this is good for you not to do. So mental health is not a side issue. No, it's not. It is the foundation of freedom. When you have good mental health, that is the foundation of your own freedom and creativity and prosperity for every young person. So we here in One Global Movement envision a world where every child and young adult can rise above the noise and find stillness in their hearts, where they are not drowned by the demands of society, but lifted up by the love of a community and a village that believes in them. I always mention village because I grew up in a village. I was born and I
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a village. So this is, and we are a global village here.
We
So
are. Yes.
restoring peace in a noisy world is a call to action,
Right.
ladies and
Amen.
gentlemen. It
It
is.
is. Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's do that. So sister,
Let's
if
do
you
that.
have anything you can then add.
Just
Other
a couple of lines. I just want to say, let our support for the Gen Z's mental health be louder than the noisy world that is confusing them.
Mhm.
That's simple, right? Because the
Yep.
world is noisy and it is distracting. Just make sure that we're speaking up for them louder than what world is doing,
Yes.
because the connection that we have with them is what's going to help. The connections, the grounding that we do for these young people, because
Mhm.
hopelessness is what's driving when when they don't know that where to turn. Because
Mhm.
even though they might seem to be grown up, they're not. They're in between.
Yeah, they're in between.
They're the
Let's talk
future,
in the
right?
future.
So
Yep.
we have to be the one to ground them, but we have to live it authentically, as you say, and don't hide our struggles either. That's the thing, right? Don't
Mhm.
pretend that we have it all together and we're perfect, because then where would they turn? If they think you're perfect, they might not want to approach you, right?
Mhm.
So let them know that you have your days too, and we're gonna get through this, because
Yes.
that's what people want to hear. We're gonna get through this together,
Yes. Together.
especially if they're the ones that you're caring for. If they're
Yep.
if they're in your circle, we're gonna get through this together. You share, I share, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. That's the thing. I know that we've come a long way, especially in this part of the world. I don't know what happens in some countries. Still have an issue with it. You can't confide in anybody that you're having mental health issue, and that's very sad, very very sad, because that's double depression right there.
Yep.
You have this illness and you don't know who to share it with, because some people they just don't want to hear.
Yep. That's true. That's
So
true.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, I really like what you just said. So it's a call for action for all of us. In where I was born, being that it takes the whole village to love, raise, and educate a child,
Mm-hmm.
those things are picked on very quickly, and the chieftaincy has to act immediately. And nobody wants to stigmatize any child. You cannot do that because every child belongs to every parent.
That is good to hear. Very
Therefore,
good.
those
Yes.
things, and that is why we are calling for ourselves. Let's not just walk away. Let's try to find ways in which we can help these children together, be it
Yes.
your biological child or not, because Gen Z is carrying a burden heavier than it should
It is. Yes.
because we are not working together. Anxiety, burnout, and digital pressures are stealing moments of joy that should be theirs to experience freely.
Really. Yes.
If you
It is.
have empathy and compassion for these Gen Zs, do something. It must not be your child because whatever you do, it comes back to you. So
It
let us
does.
do it together. And through collective responsibility,
Exactly.
education, like we are doing here, what we are doing here, we're educating them, not just them, but beginning with ourselves. Show
Mm-hmm.
compassion, action. So
Yep.
one global movement believes this battle can be won and it
It
can be
can.
won.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me appreciate our people here, our
Yes.
family.
Please. Please do.
Thank
Please
you guys
do.
so much for being here with us. And we always invite each and every one of you on stage here. If you find it in your heart to come and say something, feel free. This stage is for everybody. Thank you. Uh, the managing director, thank you so much for your commitment to helping children. We highly appreciate you. And he's saying that limit the emojis. We talk about let us hit those algorithms with. That's one way of helping Gen Zs. Hit the algorithms with hashtags that are useful. Hashtags helping Gen Z's mental health. You can do that. You can get something from the topic and hashtag it, hashtag defeating the silent battle of mental health. Hashtag
Mm-hmm.
One Global Movement, hashtag all those good hashtags, and sister always puts them on there. We can do that, so that that's one way of promoting and helping One Global Movement, so that they can send us resources that will help. It's easy. While you are here, do something about those hashtags. Thank you. And we have hello Samitra. Thank you so much, sister, for being part of us here today. We highly appreciate you. And then we have CBTS. How are you? Thank you so much. We appreciate your presence here. Sir Abdul Sattar, thank you, sir, for being that support for our children. We appreciate you. And then we have Shrey Ramesh. How are you, Shrey? Thank you for being with us here today. We appreciate you. And thank you, of course. Generally, greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on the first live session of One Global Movement for the week. We appreciate your time and presence. Hashtag One Global Movement. And please join us here in discussing this very important topic, the silent battle, protecting Gen Z's mental health in a noisy world. Add your comments in the chat or join us on the platform. You can share how Generation Zs, the young people, are being treated in your community, because there are some cultures that are so mean towards mental health people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They'll say, oh, he's not crazy, or they'll say he's crazy, or he's that. And then they stigmatize them. And then they begin to laugh. They see you picking sticks. And I know that some mental health comes as a result of different aspects, but it's not up to us to judge. Because if we say they're doing drugs, what pushed them towards doing drugs is what we should
Exactly.
be concerned about, not saying that their mental health is caused by them doing drugs. So it's very important. Let us not judge, but let us seek to help. This is our social media link. Please like and follow, and also help us share the links in your social media platform, and so that you can help One Global Movement grow and help these children more. Hello, Sonio. How are you, sir? Thank you for joining us here today. We highly appreciate you. And we have Iqbal Patel from India. How are you? Thank you so much. They say, hello, Yvonne Finn, sister. A special one thanks for you. And
Thank you.
this one is okay. This is a StreamYard link. StreamYard is good, is the platform we are using now, and you can use it to connect to other platforms. So if you subscribe to it, please refer us, and make sure that you say it's from One Global Movement, so that we can get that $10. $10 is a
Mm-hmm.
lot of money to feed a family for 2 to 3 days in certain areas of the world. Can you believe that? This can
Yeah.
also add to the 5 chicks per child. Buy some chickens for a child to raise and start building their own wealth, right?
Mm. Yes.
And hello, Tina. How are you, sister? Thank you so much for being a part of us here today. We highly appreciate you. And our brother, Gutam Paul. Why do I keep saying Gutam Paul? Gutam Holder. But his father's name is Paul. My grandfather, I keep saying that. So, how are you,
Okay.
Gutam? Thank you so much for being a part of us here today. And we have our brother, Levi Mamabolo. How are you, brother? Thank you for supporting One Global Movement. We appreciate you. And let's go down here. And we have our brother, Shriji Jana. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for being with us here today. We appreciate your support. And okay, I know that you're watching me.
Yeah.
Hello, Delia. How are you? Thank you so much. This is the representative here today of the Mormons family. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for thinking about us, and thank you for what you're doing in your community. We appreciate you. And we have MD Azasul. How are you, sir? Thank you for being a part of us here today, and thank you for supporting children. And let's go down here.
Mm-hmm.
We have, oh, Kenitha. How are you, Kenitha? Thank you for being with us here today. You and Brilia, we highly appreciate you guys. And thank you for helping in your community. And we have Sir Ashi D. Sangma. Thank you, sir, for being that support that we need here for our children. We appreciate you as well. And let's go here. And then we have Sir Ashakuma. Thank you, sir. How are you? We miss you, but you're here today. Thank you so much for being with us. And thank you for being that great support that we need. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
And look who we have.
Oh, my goodness. My handsome brother. You're
Yes.
here today. I miss your dancing. How are you and family? How are those beautiful kids doing and your wife? Thank you so
Yeah.
much for being a part of us here today. And hello, Mundih, Sister Yvonne, and Mr. I, the tech team and staff, everyone, and all my beloved global ambassadors. Thank you for everything you all have done and are still doing for us. God bless you all. Thank you so
God
much for
bless you, Mamadou.
consistency. We appreciate you. Okay, you need to call me. Oh, I need to talk with you. Serious. I have something from your state to tell you. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Sir Rohazehab, how are you, sir? Thank you for being a part of us here today, and thank you for loving and supporting children. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah. And let's
Yeah.
go down. I know your eyes are better than
Yes,
mine.
yes, I'm watching. Keep going. The next one is Queen Nancy, I believe.
Oh, yes. Hello, Queen Nancy. How are you? Thank you, sister, and thank you for your communication and your teachings online with me. I highly appreciate you and appreciate you taking care of those ambassadors and the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are among there too. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
That's Dolly.
Dolly, hello, Dolly. How are you? Thank you so much. Are you Dolly Parton? Well,
You
thank
know,
you.
there's a song that says that. Hello, Dolly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of us here today. And thank you for taking care of the kids in your family and in your community. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we have Manjo Natha. If you're new here and if you've not already done so, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on this. This is our classroom here. This
Mm-hmm.
is our virtual classroom. Then we take it into our physical classroom in our various families. So subscribe if you like what we are doing here, which we should because it concerns children. And so
Mm-hmm.
subscribe and turn on the notification bell and put on the big thumbs up. Everyone, the moment you come here, that helps a lot. Don't forget to put the big thumbs up. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
our managing director is passing on a message here says, folks, if you type or refer to our old closed company, I will continue to remove that comment. If you continue to ignore me, I will time you out, but with love. Okay, then. You heard the managing director, okay? So let's not type our old company anymore, please. Let's give power to the birth of the beautiful new company that is coming.
Man.
All right, thank you, John.
Mm-hmm.
And am I going right?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
And Nancy says, of course, families, please don't forget to press the big thumbs up. Subscribe if not yet done. Turn on the notification bell and share with families and friends with love. Share, please. It's not enough to just come here and we carry our conversation. It is how you help by sharing what we are doing here. We
Yes.
want this to touch every corner of the globe and touch every child. And when it touches every child, it therefore means that it will touch every household, every parent, and every caregiver, every organization. And so let us do that. This is the simplest way that we can start by helping. Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much, Nancy. And let's go down here. Okay, we now with the link here. And again, this is our Facebook link. Please, if you can help us, we want to hear success stories of how you've shared this link to at least 5, 10 people. and they have actually like and follow One Global Movement's Facebook page. We're going to be creating about two more pages so that we can get the message to be spread out quickly, and
Mm-hmm.
creating it so with the programs that we are helping these children with, so that we can spread it. We want everyone to be a part of what we're doing here. All right. And they should
Mm-hmm.
not miss out. No child is left behind. Our beautiful sister, did you have a break? Thank you so much. Melanie, how are you? Hello to you, beautiful sister. Sorry, I could not join you. Don't worry, you've been
Yeah.
joining. We make sure we milk you out whenever. So thank you so much for joining us in the chat.
Thank you.
And you see,
Yeah.
just a small gesture. It's like planting
Yes.
a little mustard seed, and it has an
Exactly.
impact. So she
Exactly.
just one moment she's here, one moment she's at the job. So thank you so much, sister, for
But
that.
it shows where her mind is, right? People are always
Yes,
saying, "I'm with
yes.
you in spirit," and that's good. That is
That's
good.
very good.
Yeah.
Ranjan, thank you so much. If you are new here, you are welcome into this global family. We thank you so much for being a part of us here.
Thank you,
And
everyone. Mhm.
thank you, everyone. We so appreciate you for everything that you're doing and continue to do for children, beginning with children in your home, in your family, in your community. And keep coming, keep doing whatever you can do. Please let us continue to put our hands together for our beautiful sister Sharon to recover.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
we need someone to help to take the place of Sister Sharon now to produce the graphics. Please, we need help. We need
Ah,
help. If you can help us produce some graphics, help us. We all are volunteers here now until One Global Movement is able to really compensate us to continue to do what we are doing. Otherwise,
yes.
we all are volunteers, including me. I'm
Yes.
volunteering. So let us volunteer our time. Uh, if you think that you can do it, which we should, contact the managing director or Sister Yvonne here or me, and let us send the topics to you. It's just for 2 days, Wednesdays and Thursday and Fridays. So you create those graphics for us. Okay. Thank you so
Yes.
much,
Yes.
sister. I think I'll
I
let
think
you do your conclusion, and we call it a beautiful day.
it's just as I said before, sister. You, it's. We're not trained professionals. I want to always remember that. So we're not going to give any medical advice. We can't do that. But
Mhm.
sometimes the best thing we can do is connect with somebody, show them that they're valued and that we value them.
Mhm.
And then we go from there. Because each time I say that, the 17-year-old person said they had never had an adult ask them anything about themselves, how they were feeling, how they were doing, what was their plan, is anything bothering them. It's how is that possible? How is
Mhm.
that possible? They belong somewhere.
Yep.
They that should not be something among human beings on the earth.
Yep.
We have 8 billion people on the earth. How is it that a person can say, I'm 17 years old, I go to school, I'm nothing is wrong, I move around, and no one has ever asked me how I am and what my feelings, what my thoughts are, what my aspirations are. Let's not be us.
Yep.
Let's not let's not do that to one another, right?
Yep. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that brilliant conclusion. Thank you guys so much for being with us here today. We highly appreciate everyone. And let us meet again on Friday. Continue to share the gospel of One Global Movement to
Amen.
your community. It starts in your home, your community. Please help us reach every child. Not to
Yes.
do it is also contributing to the problems of our young people in the world. So we have a responsibility here. Let's do it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We love you. And until Friday, stay blessed. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.